store. I actually just went there today. And this is supposed to be pose practice. This pose was copied from a Greywick speed drawing video because I liked how it looked, although it's not really that great. I'll leave a description to her channel if you don't know who she is, because like, she's the reason how I was able to continue with my drawing hobby, because she inspired me a lot. So, yeah. And this is something I did for the One Hue challenge. I drew a little bubblegum girl. I could have done better on the shoes, but whatever. And here I wanted to try something different, like try and draw flowers, so I drew like a flower tattoo I found on the internet. Little cute cactus. And I doodled this myself. This is all original, and I drew Flowey from Undertale looking at it and being like, it's beautiful. And I found some black construction paper, and I decided to put my white gel pen to work and draw a little owl. And under this is a little like rough sketch of what you might see in the next page. The page after this. So this is doodles again. This is just a little expression thing I did for Dominic. This is Casper without his jacket. And this is a really nice eye. This is supposed to be Ellie. And this is Dominic in an Attack on Titan uniform. I really liked how it turned out, although the feet are a little bit wonky, but other than that, I love it. And yep, this is what the rough sketch came to. This is Casper. And his hair changed a little bit, too. But yeah, his wings aren't outspread right now. Remember, he has like bird wings. And so, I just really like this. I'm very proud of it. And I accidentally did make some mistakes, like some graphite I forgot to erase smeared, but luckily the white gel pen saved my life and managed to cover up the spots without making it too noticeable. And here's the comic. This is actually pretty funny. Well, in my opinion it is. This is after, like, my friend invited me to watch The Dog's Purpose with her. And if you don't know that movie, if you're a dog lover like me, that movie will absolutely destroy you. I actually think there's a book on it too. And when I first, because I had seen commercials of it, like trailers of it on TV, and I was like, oh no, that looks just so sad. And she invited me to watch it with her, and I was like, sure, why not? And this is like me in the beginning. It's so cute, and then 45 minutes later, I'm like, God, because literally so many dogs just plain die. And then it got to the point, it's just, it was the first time I've ever cried in the middle of a movie theater. That is the most emotional movie I've ever watched. It was an emotional roller coaster, because happy, sad, happy, super duper sad. Because, like, I say, man, I do say like a lot, holy crap. So, for the people who have watched the movie, for the people who haven't, cover your ears or mute it right now, because this is the sad part. The part where Bailey turns into that German Shepherd, and she gets shot, and the owner's like, you are such a good dog, and I was just bawling then. I was like, why? And then at the end, I was crying tears of joy, and at the end, I love dogs so much! And the funny thing, it's not the fact that it's an emotional roller coaster, it's the fact that I'm going through, well, it is, the fact I'm going through this emotional roller coaster of horribleness, and my friend is just, all through the movie, her expression is the same, and the only thing she thinks about is how she has to pee, and that's it. Because my friend is a very emotionless person, but not like, but in a good way. She's still like a really good friend, but she just has, she has that just emotionless type thing. Like, I'm much more emotional than her in that way, so yeah. I just thought it was super funny how he had totally different reactions to that movie. And this page is very busy. This is a Meet the Artist page that I did for when I reached 100 subscribers on Drawing Amino. I just thought it'd be pretty cool to do. And yeah, and I am 5'9" and 13 years old, by the way. I am very tall. And it's weird, like how for some reason, like most of the internet celebrities that I've seen, from what I've heard, they're like my height or shorter. So if I ever meet them, it's gonna be so awkward. And so this just has all the things that I like and the stuff that's in my bag. This is basically my backpack for school. It's a little more detailed than that because it's a Galaxy backpack. It's over there and stuff. So yeah. Oh yeah, and I love this. I hadn't drawn Dan and Phil in such a long time. And so I decided to do it again. Because in my other sketchbook tour, if you have seen that video, you saw the crappiest drawing of them ever. And so, look at that hand! I feel like I'm getting a lot better at drawing hands, but most of you professional artists are looking at that like, oh my god, that's disgusting. I just know it. And yeah, I just drew this. I showed this to my dad, and I actually introduced him to Dan and Phil, and he was like, oh, okay, I like that, and I was like, yes, this is the first YouTubers my dad has ever liked. And so, just a little lion and a llama, yeah, and then here are more doodles, just Undertale stuff, and this is an Undertale thing I did for Valentine's Day. Take the pacifist route today. And this is Valentine's Day I got from my friend, the same friend who was the emotionless person watching A Dog's Purpose. And so, and this is I was trying to practice on drawing curly hair, but this is also the face of my new OC, Yazid. He is my first ever merman OC, and I'm planning to give him a little bit of a cool backstory too. And, oh god, this is just something I did to fill up a page because I was like really bored. This is my first ever fan art of Nate Wants to Battle that I ever did. And I didn't want to waste the ink on my pro markers. I don't know, I just hate wasting ink. I feel like I'm wasting ink every time I use the skin colors. I'm just like that. And so I used freaking crayon to color the skin. And I feel like his face is a little bit too long. And I didn't even get the lyrics right, because like, time and time again we fall in line, everything is perfect by design. It's supposed to be cookie cutter houses all aligned. Because I was listening to that song Perfect by Design that he made, and I ended up making the lyrics wrong. So I was just like, it's set in stone already, it's too late now. And here's the final page. This is for a book assignment that I did. So we were reading a book called The Giver by Lois Lowry in my reading class. And we were doing this group assignment, and I was assigned to like draw something related to one of the chapters. And if you haven't read the book, this probably makes no sense, so I'm gonna give a little brief thing. So like, it's like a city where like everyone is like colorblind, it's sort of. Like, I'm not gonna spoil it for anyone, because I'd recommend you check out the book. And so, this is like, this guy is like seeing colors, and he's like, this is color? Oh my god, why can't other people see this? This is amazing. And stuff. And that's it, and this is the brand of it. Of course it was Canson, you saw it on the cover. But yeah, it's the 5x5 inch by 8.5 inch. It's 30 pages, which explains why it didn't take that long to finish. And the thing about this sketchbook is, is that I feel like the sketchbook I'm using now is the same brand, but it's the 7x10 inch with the 60 pages. I feel like the pages on that one are more thin, because this one feels like much more thick than the other, in a way. That's just something I noticed. And something else. Yeah, that's pretty much it that I've noticed out of all of it. I can't think of anything right now. I just remember this one complaint that I did have. However, if you're not too picky about your sketchbooks, I would recommend getting this, especially if you do like mixed media paper and you just want something small to use. But yeah, I have just started on this, and I've already decorated it, because, you know, gotta decorate that sketchbook. And we'll start off with Yazid. I drew this today. Little Yazid. You can pause this and read all this stuff if you want, if you could read my horrible handwriting. So yeah, that's it for this. I hope you liked it. I hope you liked my more original drawings now, and I'll see you when I make another video. Bye-bye!